Hello, everyone. You've made it to April 16th. You're here. You're surviving. Okay, so a few things that you need to know right off the bat. Some important announcements. Number one, make sure that you are submitting your assignments and comments, the discussion board, to Blackboard by 11:59 p.m. Sound good? Now, when you do that, when you submit by 11:59 p.m., that does a couple of things. The first thing is to make sure that you get your points, which you need. The second thing is that it counts you present for the week for attendance. So please make sure that you're doing that. Otherwise, you're going to be counted absent, not for just one class, but two classes. That's why some of you are getting those automated emails, which is making a lot of you freak out. It's just, whoa. This is crazy. All right. So make sure you do that. Also, if you want to drop in for office hours, which some of you have done between 12 and 2 p.m. every Monday through Friday, make sure you drop in on Google Hangouts so we can talk. Did you watch that new episode of Tiger King? It wasn't very good. It's kind of funny, kind of entertaining, but it's not good. There is a link in this video down below that will show you how to drop in on Google Hangouts. If you still cannot figure it out, please make sure you message me on Remind. If you are not signed up for Remind, which some of you are not, click on the announcements page on Blackboard and scroll all the way down until you see the directions for Remind, and that'll help you out. Okay? If you still cannot contact me, then make sure that you email me, whatever it is that, this is so weird, whatever it is that you need to do in order to find me for office hours, and I'll help you out there. Okay? Okay. So something I wanted to do very quickly. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. This is so weird. Where is their screencast? Can I click on? All right, let's get rid of this. Yeah, here's a good example of writing this week that I really enjoyed after imitating an author. I thought this was great writing. Okay. It's the one who bleached your hair ombre in 8th grade. You have absolutely no idea what is in store for you. Your biggest concern right now is probably what high school you will be attending the fall of next year. Your afternoons have been spent surfing YouTube, talking to friends, or just playing video games and drawing. Your mornings have been spent singing in choir and complaining about the English 1 substitute. You went on the best field trip you'll ever have for school during the whole Thanksgiving break, a trip to Fort Davis, and you're completely oblivious of everything that you'll miss and the history you'll be making. Class of 2020 will be the first class that won't get to graduate. You'll get your diploma, of course, in the mail, but you won't get to walk the stage or have a prom or a senior brunch. Every single senior's lives have been stopped in its tracks, but life keeps going. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, this isn't a big deal. After all, it's for the benefit of humankind. But that doesn't take away the pain from the fact that 1/4 of a year of not just our lives, but the lives of millions of others as well, has been stripped away from us. From the looks of it, more and more time may still be taken away, just as our senior graduation has been taken, quinceañeras, weddings, birthdays, and even funerals have been altered or ultimately canceled because of everything that's happened. St. Patrick's Day passed everyone by, feeling like any other day. Easter was celebrated indoors with no gatherings to speak of. It's strange to think of our lives as a mark in history, something to discuss by generations to come. It's strange to think that in 10 or 20 years, this moment will be in textbooks, and in 30 to 50, as long as the human race lives that long, there will be a whole unit on the decade of the 2020s, and you, 8th grader with ombre hair, are a part of that history. It was a great bit of writing to leave you all with. I hope you find it encouraging as well as sobering. This is just a wild, wild time, and I think it's really important for everyone to think about what you're doing right now. A good recommendation I heard was to record yourself talking about what life is like right now, because it might be something that your kids or your grandkids really want to hear about. This is going to be kind of a defining moment for several generations. So, in light of all that heaviness, if you're needing a pick-me-up, at the bottom of this announcement, I have a link to a podcast episode from the New York Times Daily. On the weekends, they've been doing long reads, and there's an episode about Weird Al Yankovic, and it is awesome. So here it is right here. It's longer, but man, it's going to make you feel good. Especially, I feel like this class, if you're like me, you're a fan of Weird Al. Look how ridiculous he is. If you like Weird Al, after you listen to this episode, you're going to love him. And if you don't like Weird Al, after you listen to this episode, you're going to love him. If you hate Weird Al, after you listen to this episode, you'll at least understand why people love him. So, if you ever thought he was just a crazy, weird, awful human being, you're going to think, oh, he's just weird, but he's actually a fantastic, wonderful human. So I hope you find that encouraging. I hope you're all doing well. Drop in on Google Hangouts if you want to talk or need some help with the assignments. I hope you all have a delightful, wonderful week.